Yes, welcome back to yet another episode of Bezos Chivozi. I hope you're doing well. I hope your Monday is okay. I hope that God kept you through the weekend. And yes, this is Bezos Chivozi. Now, for this episode, I really want to strike something that has been on my mind for quite some time. I normally say this, but it's because there are very many things that sit on my mind, but a few of them make it into an episode. The ones that make it into an episode are those that are worth sharing, are those that are worth changing people's minds on. Because remember, we are a voice that is to open our minds here. And today's podcast episode, I want to just talk about the mind itself. You see, the question is, what happens when the mind has no moral compass? The mind is a very brilliant place. It's the one thing that God gave us that I'm worried to say is also our biggest weakness. We all know that what you think is what you become. What a man thinketh, so he is. And relatively everything originates from the mind. And the thing is that sometimes we don't sit to understand the things. We sit to explain them based on what our mind wants to take as the truth. So that makes that your mind is a place that justifies anything. Be it good or bad, it will justify it. Most times it's protect your story. To protect the story that their mind wants to believe. Take for example, bad people doing bad things. Yeah, we can call them bad till we hear their side. You will hear a very corrupt official in government telling you, I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this because I came from a poor background, which is a solid reason. Maybe if you ask the 9/11 guys who bombed the trade towers, if you ask them, they'll give you a very valid reason as to why they did it. But that's because their mind explained it to them as something that is right. Someone that has betrayed you will say, I had no choice. The guy that betrayed Jesus, he says he didn't have a choice. And ideally, even when you look at the whole matter of justifying a few things, there are a few things you've done in your life, and it's just your mind that has justified that thing being right. The breakups that you've had, you justified them by the few things in your story that you wanted to be right on your side. But I'll also reference to one of the biggest mind-blowing statements I had in I think it was it was a series. The series was called How to Get Away with Murder by Viola Davis. She said that, you see, everyone is a murderer. Given the right circumstances, you will murder someone. Your brain will tell you that it is right for this person to die so that other people live. And yes, I've watched very many seasons, and you can see how the mind confuses people to believe that what they did, however bad or good it was good. And that is the mind justifying anything. Why? Because the moral compass is low. Now, people who live like this we make the assumption that if something is reasonable, then it must be right. But you should know that your mind protects its truth, it protects its comfort, and it protects its identity. Now, if you're in a situation and you need to protect your ego, your status, your ambition, your mind will make up a story to protect those parts of your life. It will justify any decision that you make at that point because of the ego or the status or the ambition that you have. So without the moral compass in your mind, your brain becomes a lawyer, not a judge. Your brain is supposed to be a judge, not a lawyer. All a lawyer is looking for is how best does he get the best deal for their client. In this sense, how best does your brain get the best deal for you? How does it make this scenario right in your own understanding? For example, you might cut off people. The brain will tell you that you're protecting your peace. You might be greedy, but the brain will tell you that this is ambition, you're ambitious, but you're actually greedy. You might be dishonest, you might lie, but the brain will tell you that this is strategy. This is something you're going to do better. This is what. It is just making up that story in your head. But the idea of this podcast episode is that you understand the advantages of having a moral compass. Now, a moral compass is not perfection. It is just you having a reference point where you point out that whatever decision or whatever activity I'm doing is out of my own desires. It is not for only my own desires. It should be something that makes you pause and ask, who might I be hurting while doing this? What do I need to look out? What do I need to look out for? You see, throughout the podcast, throughout everything that I've produced out there, I've always told people to choose themselves. Choose yourself, because you are the only assignment you have in this world, to understand how best you can live this life, because we only get it once. But in morality, you need to understand that for you to live your best life, there are a few things that you need to do right for your best life to happen. There are few people you're not supposed to hurt. There are few people that you're supposed to take care of. There are few things you have to examine. Because the worst place you can be when you're going to make a decision is not confusion. It is certainty. And it is very dangerous if it mostly benefits you. If you're certain that this thing benefits you, then definitely there is something that could hurt someone. And this is not in the sense of if you see an opportunity and then you have to take it because it benefits you. Yes, take it. But remember, when you take it, at the end of the day, someone also took it, but they didn't take the opportunity. You're the one who took it. You're the one who got the job. Yeah, but the moral compass there is just that it's not perfection. It's not that you should keep in your shell because you need to take care of other people, what. Only do it when you have to do it right. But do not justify bad things because of your mind. Because your mind without your moral compass, my God, you may think you're ambitious, yet you're just greedy. You may think you're strategizing, yet you're just not honest. So that's the thing. You need to understand it in that way. That our moral compass is what helps us live harmoniously in life. And what happens when the mind doesn't have moral compass is you become a person that does not examine things. You do not try to understand them. You just justify them in your head. Otherwise, that is it for this episode. I would love to thank you for listening, and I hope that next week, same place, same time. Yeah. Thank you for listening to Bezos Chivozi. See you next week.